Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Talkin In the Toyota. I'm your host, Sean Rollins, joined today by Mr. Adam Shaw.
Good
All
morning,
right,
friends.
there you go. All right, Mr. Shaw, a lot of people know who you are watching this video, a lot of people don't. And if I'm correct, you're still a principal at Madison High School, right?
You are correct.
You're still a principal? Nice, nice. All right, where'd you go to school for your education then?
I grew up in Rochester, New York. Graduated with about 800 kids in my class. Then went to Dakota State and did my undergrad work at Dakota State. I have a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, middle school endorsement, so I can teach K-8. Went on to teach in Flandreau from there. Began a master's degree. I have a master's degree in school administration from University of Sioux Falls. I have a master's degree in technology integration from University of Sioux Falls. Then I have an educational specialist degree from the University of Sioux Falls as well. So
You've been
it gives
around a
me,
bit.
I have done my fair share of donating to colleges.
Yeah. All right. Why did you choose to teach high school specifically?
I actually have my degree in L-Ed, and I student taught in elementary and taught in middle school. And I just love the high school setting, teaching kids accountability, what life is going to be like outside of school. I think it's our job to be that, bridge before you actually get out into reality. So the preparation phase. That's probably why I like high school the best.
Yeah. All right. Today's a special day. You know that, right?
Why is that?
It's May the 4th.
May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you. So,
yeah.
So are you a Star Wars fan?
I grew up. Star Wars was released. I watched them when I was a kid. I saw The Empire Strikes Back, and then the actual Star Wars movie, and then Return of the Jedi. And then I really kind of cut off after that because I became interested in other things. But, I did enjoy them when I was younger. They were pretty cool.
They have this thing called Disney Plus now. You can actually watch them all. Yeah, see, you have it.
Actually have it.
You don't have an excuse then. You gotta get back on it.
My only excuse is I'm still super busy and I don't really have time to sit and watch 100 movies.
So what do you do in your free time then?
Let's see. This weekend, I actually took Friday off, and I went and hauled fertilizer for the Ag Center. So I put in about 50 hours over the weekend hauling fertilizer for the farmers. So
nice.
I like to do little odd jobs. That's kind of what I like to. I like to wax boats, paint. I'm kind of a hobbyist by trade. Maybe I like to do all sorts of different things.
Yeah. So you're running for city commissioner, if I'm correct, right?
I am running for city commissioner.
Yeah. What made you make that decision to move forward?
Because I love our community. I'm very passionate about this community. My wife grew up in this community. I just wanted to see if there's something else I can give back to continually move the community forward. There's a lot of good things going on right now in the community. I would really like to see us continue to be progressive in, housing and businesses. And obviously with all the COVID stuff going on, we're going to have leadership come through it. So yeah, I would say I've got a pretty strong backing in leadership. So.
All right. You said the word. You said COVID. Time to go to a Toyota topic.
All right.
Today's Toyota topic is going to be COVID-19, as you all can guess. So the first question is, do you have COVID-19?
The answer is no. I
do not have COVID-19. There you go. All right. Did any of your schooling prepare you to handle a situation like this?
I would say no.
No?
Yeah, I have my master's in technology integration and things like that. But the big thing is the fact that schools are about building relationships with kids. We need that face-to-face interaction with children in order to do our job. Yeah, we can get it this way via electronic, but it's not the same. You lose the aha moments in education when you can't have kids sitting with you, learning, etc. So have I been trained to deal with this? No way. It's been extremely stressful in my world, trying to manage, close to 400 kids in 30 faculties remotely and still try to get things done. It's been a lot of phone calls to parents trying to get them to get their kids' work done, etc. So, No, I'm not trained. We're doing the best we can to deliver what
Hmm.
we can to finish it out. And most, and the hard part is who I feel bad for are you seniors. It's not the way you guys probably wanted to end your career here.
Yeah. Hmm. Uh, when did you kind of have that moment you were like, oh, we're probably not going to come back to school this year?
I would tell you what, it was probably, I was watching a news conference. The governor was doing the Friday before she made the announcement on that Monday morning. She was talking about the projected path and the curve, et cetera. And it was so far into mid-June at that time, I knew there was no way she was going to have to be able to bring kids back into school. And that was a punch in the gut, to be real honest with you, because I was kind of hoping we would be going back to school today, because
Yeah.
today would have been the day we would have started. So unfortunately, it's not, and we're trying to adjust and get through it. But I had a great deal of enjoyment last Monday and Tuesday when I got to see every one of you.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Was there talk about letting the seniors out early or just canceling, classes altogether and just saying screw with the year? There was never.
we can't, because the seniors that qualify for opportunity scholarship, they have to have four full units of English. So we have to still provide that work. So no, there was never ever talk. We still have to provide education.
Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
important. I mean, and I know it's not ideal, but we still got to make sure that we, dot our I's and cross our T's and make sure that there's some completeness. So,
Hmm. Uh, with the online graduation, is there
yep.
going to be like a video made about it? Is that
Yes.
is that what's going to be going more forward?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So Matt Woolman, when he came in, he and Emily actually videoed every component we could. We have all the speeches, everybody's talks, everybody walking across the stage. We had all 97 in, which was awesome. I'm glad everybody decided to take part in it. I know it's not ideal. I do hope we get to have an in-person graduation, but I'm not so sure what that'll look like either. A lot of
Hmm.
it's going to be based on guidelines and things like that. So it's interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
So
Uh, you mentioned you've been a little stressed out all this time and whatnot. Like, what has the pressure been like from students, faculty, parents, all that?
I think, I don't know if it's necessarily I'm stressed out. I would say I'm I'm trying to make sure that we get everything covered. I want to make sure that our kids are getting their education, and I want parents to understand that we're here to help, and I want it's the teachers, and it's just making sure that we get to the finish line and we get everybody through what they need to get through.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I've gotten some emails along the way. That's part of what my job is, but I'd much rather have people emailing me than the faculty, to be real honest with you. I want to make sure that they can do their job and let me handle the other side of things.
Hmm.
So,
That I got you.
does that make
Uh,
sense?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you worried about the quality of the education coming out of the school now that's all been moved online?
I don't worry about it. I know our teachers are going to do the best to provide the best quality they can. Like I said, the hard part is a lot of the things that the kids are having to do at home now are all things we would do in a classroom. It's just different. I mean, you don't have hey, let's get in partners and do this and have a discussion. You lose that discussion aspect of education, and that's how people really learn is the conversing and the sharing of ideas, and those things are gone right now, and that's what I think is hard. Do I think we'll see a lapse? Yeah, maybe to a certain extent. I think we might. Especially I worry about like mathematics and English and things like that are core content based things. The process of catching kids up a little bit that have maybe fallen behind, but
Hmm.
we'll get through it. And I think as a senior on your way out, I'm very thankful that this wasn't the first or second quarter of the year and we just had one quarter to go. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it would have been extremely difficult to do this for 4, 5, 6 months. I think the 9 weeks we've had to do it has been difficult, but I think there's still good education going on. I really
Yeah.
do.
Hmm. All right. I got a couple more here.
Okay.
Have you been practicing social distancing?
Very much so. Didn't you see my loom that I recorded last week?
Yeah. I mean, you got to see all 97 seniors, you know.
Yep.
So
Yep.
so you came in contact with 97 people. I don't know, man. It seems a little
Yep.
sketchy to me.
Um, I would say that I did my best to keep the distance from all of you when you were here. I tried to keep my 6 feet from everybody, just like I would hope they would too. And I did see 97 people, correct, but I didn't see 97 of them all at the same time.
There you
So,
go. There you go.
and I
There you go.
and I sanitized between every single person,
Hmm.
just to make sure that I was covered as well to the best of my ability.
All
So,
safe and sound then.
and you
No.
notice I never touched your guys' diploma covers ever.
There
When
you go.
after From the time I put them in there to the time you walked out with them, they were put up there and you took over.
There you
So
go. All right. So no coronavirus in the Shaw household. I'm glad to hear it.
negative. Nope. My wife actually went back to work this morning at the dental office. So
There you go.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
I need to get a tooth fixed anyway. So I
yeah.
might
Me
have to
too.
stop by. There you go.
One of these days.
All right. I have some viewer questions because you're kind of a hot seat, you know. Everyone wants to know what the principal thinks, you know.
I'm
So
sure.
a question coming from Island Montgomery, another senior this year. She wants to know what your favorite color is.
I actually am passionate about the color blue. I love
Blue.
blue. Yep. Always have been. Blue, the blue Toyota.
There you go.
Um,
Toyota.
Being a DSU football player back in the day, I loved the blue of DSU. So,
Nice. Blue.
yep, yep,
All right. And now one last viewer question, oddly specific from Lansing Mark. He
yep.
wants to know what your opinion on the U.S. prison system is.
I think it's overpopulated. Number one.
Overpopulated?
Um, I think there are more minorities in prison systems. That's probably a red flag a little bit, but that I leave that to the justice system to figure out. That's really not my job. But
Yeah.
I'm super intrigued with prison systems because I feel like a lot of times somewhere along the line some system failed them, and why is that? Because we need to find ways to make sure that we can help people so they don't
Hmm.
end up in prison systems. I get you're going to have some of those things, but I do think that maybe there are some things that maybe potentially could have been done differently for those people.
Yeah.
Something happened. Somehow they fell through the cracks. That's what I think concerns me.
Hmm. So
So
would you say you're more busy during this time than you were in regular time?
yeah,
Really?
I'm probably actually putting in longer days now, like this time of the year. Most of the time, this time of the year, I can leave by 4, a little after 4, just because we don't have any activities at night.
Hmm.
But right now, I'm probably working, 10 to 12-hour days, just trying to manage everything. Between like last week when we did the senior grad virtual piece, I probably put in about 25 hours in 2 days trying to get that done. So,
Hmm.
I think it's just different. It's a new norm, and we'll get through it, and it'll be something else somewhere else down the road, I'm sure. So
Yeah, there you go.
I just
All
hope it's
right.
not this again.
Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope we get to go to school in the fall.
What's that?
Let's hope we get to go to school in the fall.
As far as I know, that's the plan, but I
There
don't
you
have it
go.
all under control. I get to see if you're going to higher ed, you're going to higher ed in the state of South Dakota. That's what they said. They were going to officially start on time in the fall. So
Nice.
I just hope we don't have a huge major wave of this again in the winter next year.
There you go. All
That
right,
time.
Mr. Shaw, a man without coronavirus, principal of Madison High School. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Hey, buddy, I appreciate it. It's great seeing you. Stay out of
Anytime.
trouble.
Anytime.
All right, bud. See you later.